right. Let's go through the wizards quickly.
Yep.
All right. So our first feature, if we're looking at the occultist first.
Yeah, the cultists first, which are pretty cool.
In your study of prescribed power, you learn deep speech or another language of your choice.
Cool.
I got dock points because this is redundant.
I mean, here's the thing. A lot of D&D features are written that way.
I know, but I can still hate it.
Fair.
It just look at how much. And plus, Ross, 2024 has done away with a lot of this redundant speech. Like they've cleaned up a lot of these ruling.
I actually
and this is a 2024 subclass.
I've not looked at a lot of 2024 stuff, so I actually didn't know that. So
Yeah, a lot of it. If you look at a 2024 stat block,
for languages specifically.
Anyways,
in
in addition, choose a level 1 spell from the Warlock spell list. You always have it prepared. You can change your chosen spell when you finish a long rest.
Cool. It's a
that is powerful.
I'm sure. I mean, Eve pointed this whenever we originally looked at it. Armor of Agathis came to mind. I mean, Hex can be a little nice extra damage for first level spell slot.
Ross, here's the truth. Here's the truth. You don't have to think about it too hard. You have all of these.
Right. Arms of Hadar could be good in the right scenario, but it wouldn't be the best.
But Ross, here's the thing. You know what you just said there? You just said the right words here. You can change this every time you finish a long rest.
Oh, yeah, no, this is good. This is good.
The entire Warlock list. So you know what? If Arms and Hadar are good in the right cause, fear, charm, person, comprehend language, they're all good in the right scenario, guess what? It'll always be the right scenario that'll have them. It's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
This is really, really weird. Anyways. We also get Intrusion. You search into the forbidden reaches beyond the universe. Yields great power, but comes at risk of letting something from beyond. You have an Intrusion die, which starts with D6 that can change. The die increases. Oh, okay, so this is.
Yeah, I'll be able to tell this right now. This is a little convoluted.
Give me a second.
Let's go through.
Okay, the die can increase or decrease along this progression of die sizes. D2, D3, D4, D6, D10, D12. The size maximum for your dice is its starting size, which increases by 1 step when you reach wizard levels 5, 11. So basically,
yeah, we started at 6.
The size. When you use a feature that risks intrusion, roll your intrusion die. On a 2 or higher, no intrusion occurs. And the intrusion die reduces in 1 size. Okay.
So think of this as weird wild magic.
This is complicated.
It is.
But we'll keep going. The intrusion die increases when you finish a short rest, and it resets to a star size when you finish a long rest. Okay.
Yeah.
Additionally, you can focus alien potency into your spells. When you cast a spell using a spell slot, you can risk intrusion to choose one of the following. Overwhelming Mind. One target of the spell has disadvantage on the first saving throw made against it.
Cool.
You have advantage on the first attack roll you make for the spell. And those are lame, but here.
They're cool. They're options.
Hey, Ross. Where is the table that shows you what the intrusion dice does?
So that's...
Like, how far do I have to find? Where do I have to scroll for it?
I believe it's this. I believe this is the table. I think. I did not find... Whenever I was looking at this one previously...
Why is the intrusion dice here?
I don't quite understand.
So, Reality Tear. Choose a spell level 3 or lower from the Warlock spell list. You always have spell free. You can change your chosen spell when you finish. So this is the same thing.
Yep.
But now it's level 3, so yay.
And you can...
When you cast the spell, you can risk intrusion to remove the need to constant... Sorry.
Yeah, you saw the...
Wow.
Yeah, no, this has potential.
And the spell ends after 1 minute, or it's no... These intrusions need to be bad, Ross. Additionally, you can cause an automatic intrusion and increase the die's size 1 step up to its starting size to cast the spell once without a spell slot, and you regain the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. Okay. So here is our intrusions.
We got a lot of them.
I'm going to be honest. This is a weird place to put this.
Agreed.
Okay. Before we begin.
Okay.
So they explain intrusion dice here. And on a roll of 1, and you roll on the intrusion table to determine what happened.
And each time that you succeed this, the die becomes lower to where there's more. So by the time it's a D2, which is really just flip a coin, it's a 50-50 shot.
Yep. 100%. So, All right. You feel a presence behind you that whispers incomprehensibly, thinks into your souls until the end of your next turn. You can do only one of the following on your turn: take an action, a bonus action, or move.
That could be crippling.
Each creature speed is halved in 30 feet of you. The nearest other creature within 60 feet of you must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take necrotic damage equal to 2 rolls of your intrusion dice at its starting size, and you regain a number of hit points equal to the damage dealt.
Good wording. Otherwise, they'll be taking 2d2 of damage, which would be very funny.
Yeah. Here's my issue. Unlike my usual gripes about wild magic types, there should be a mix. Intrusions should always be negative.
I think this has the potential to be negative in the vein of.
Yeah, but
I get that.
Thing,
I get that point.
All I have to do is be smart about my placement, knowing I can roll this.
Right.
You and each creature that can see the tear must see on wisdom save or have you frightened. Does frightened work different in 2024?
Good question.
Well, you have the frightened condition. You experience the following abilities. You have disadvantage on ability checks and tactical choices if you say. No, it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. So we create a reality tear.
I guess the reality tear is the. Let me see. In your space. So no one can walk near your space. Okay.
Right.
One of your arms warps into such as for 1 minute. You can make instead of the normal damage roll number equally. This is just good.
Yeah.
You get an unarmed attack. Again, the things that cost intrusion dice are way too good. Yeah, you're blinded.
Blinded until the end of next turn. That sucks.
Incapacitated. That one's horrible.
That one, you know what? Actually, that would be horrible. However, there is something that this subclass gains. Now that
no spoilers. No spoilers.
No. We already took a look at it. Reality. So now we can get this at potentially level 3, but if we're level 6, because we could choose to make it to where the warlock spell that we choose does not require concentration. That means it more than likely actually it won't drop, right? I'm not crazy about that.
You're missing why incapacitated is bad. I don't care about dropping concentration. Don't get me wrong, that sucks. But that's not why incapacitated is debilitating. Even though I can move, I can't do anything else. That's horrible action economy.
That's true.
Like, that will kill you. Especially since you're a wizard.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, because you're a wizard. Let's see.
You take psychic damage.
You go to 2 rolls.
But your spell save DC is increased by that's another good thing, but I guess it was okay. You regain an expended spell slot of 5 or lower. Your choice. You take the card equal twice the slot's level. When you cause the intrusion at the end of your turn, 1 minute pulses in the fabric space, 15 minutes, giving you and each creature into prone condition for 1 hour. While you can have 16 on a burnt friend or to pierce knuckles within the gym test creature's attitude. Yeah. So this table
for the most part there are bad stuff, but there are some stuff that's good.
Here, Ross. Here. Keep in mind that what I already know you're getting is basically free concentration or free no concentration.
Right.
On 3rd level warlock spells.
Right, which there are a good number of Hunger of Hadar is one of the first ones I think of.
Gassia's, let's see, which one's like the one? Incite Greed could be big. Hypnotic Pattern.
Oh, Hypnotic Pattern's also a good one. Spirit Shard, depending on the build.
The various summon spells.
Oh yeah, summons. Ooh, the summons.
Anyways, and then we haven't looked at the 2nd level stuff yet, which is
I think
Cloud of Daggers, Crown of Madness, Darkness.
Can you choose 2nd level spells, or is it just 3rd?
Yeah, it's 3rd or lower. 3rd or lower.
Oh, I didn't see lower. Okay. Cloud of Daggers is pretty good.
Yeah.
Hold Person.
Oh my God, Invisibility. It's not crazy, but it's okay.
Suggestion. Oh,
Yeah.
suggestion.
All right. So yeah, looking at the spells that you can just not concentrate on.
Do you know what I would say?
Before we get there, let me
Okay.
finish my thought because I've been in the middle of it for a while. This is meh. This is not going to matter to you at all. This is abusable. This is meh. This is outright good. This one is actually worth it. This one is actually worth it. This is too mixed of a bag. This is outright good even with the damage. This is meh. This is meh. And this is, I don't know, maybe. Depends on what the DM feels like.
Yeah, it really depends. Here's my question, though. And one thing I actually don't like about this. I don't like the fact that... No, the DM could... I do like the choice, but on the other hand, I feel like if I'm accidentally summoning this creature, I feel like it should be more than likely hostile to me.
Yeah. I think that's what I would probably as a DM choose. Here's the truth. Here's the truth.
It's nice as a choice.
We're going to put this note right now. We're going to put this note in right now.
All right.
If we are going to use this subclass, because I like the idea of it, this table needs to be reworked extensively. It needs to be, if you're rolling on your intrusion table, and you know eventually you're going to have to if you're relying on the subclass's abilities, it needs to be oh crap, guys, I have to roll on my intrusion table.
Yeah, no,
I've got to roll on my intrusion table, whatever.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
So this needs to be reworked, and unlike my usual philosophy and stuff like this, everything needs to be negative.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going.
Also, I think what we could do is, I wish it, instead of, because from what it looks like, it seems to automatically be based off of a D12. I wish it would take the sort of Spirits Bard aspect of it, where it's like,
I mean,
but that's just me, where it's like higher levels, you know, a lot of these
get hit by worse things.
Yeah, it would be worse things, but you're getting so much more potential, and there's less likely of you getting it.
All right, let's keep going.
Occult presence.
When you cause an intrusion, you can roll twice on the intrusion table and choose which result you can, and you can negate the intrusion by gaining. No. I mean, the negate by unlocking the level is fine. Additionally, you gain one of its flow, and you can change your turn limit when you finish a long rest. As long as that can cause automatic intrusion, increase the dice size one step, blah, 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 changer. Immunity to the Charmed and Frightened, resistance to Necrotic and Slacken, fly speed, hover speed specifically. Oh boy.
So.
Yeah.
Wait, you gain one of the benefits and the chosen benefits.
You pick one. You pick one.
Oh, okay. I thought this was
honestly,
during the intrusion thing.
I'm gonna pick the fly speed, but
flying speed. This is a free, practically speaking, free flying speed, but also.
And it's a hover speed at that.
Oh yeah, no hover. A hover speed is a crazy, because that could basically just default kill theoretically.
All right. So beyond space, this is the capstone.
Yep.
You always have this spot when you cast scrying. You can risk intrusion to treat your connection to a target as if you have part of its body. Cast the spell as an action instead of its normal casting time. This is actually kind of cool, but again,
it's cool. I did not understand.
Cast scrying, you can cause an automatic intrusion, increases dice. Teleport yourself. Oh wow, that's cool.
That's really cool. Yeah.
Once you teleport in this way, you can do so again. So yes. Approved, but the table needs to be reworked. I think this subclass is actually really cool. For once in this book, some genuine, really good flavor. Not for once, we had a few times, but some genuine, really good flavor. But that table is no. That table is no.
It needs a little more cooking.
The issue is, here's the thing. Unlike the Wild Magic family of subclasses, where the table is your feature, the table is a cost to, let's be real, some incredible features.
Oh yeah, no. I think Reality Tear might be the most powerful on this list, because there are some really good Warlock spells.
100%. I'll be honest, I could care less. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong thing.
I could care less about Overwhelming Mind and Seeking Eye.
Yeah, they're nice. They're cool.
But
yeah,
yes, but
yeah.
like I said, this table needs to be reworked because everything else in this subclass is so good
I also really,
that
yeah, no,
it should be like I should be dreading the upcoming roll on this thing every time.
right.
Anyways,
But yeah, I did not
mhm.
when I first read the capstone, I didn't quite understand it for a moment for the all knowing part, but then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot I was scrying for each. Like you can reduce the saving throw depending on like what you have,
Yes,
and I believe it's like a -10 to that save, which
it's
is
huge.
yeah, no, this is
If you remember, a big thing during Dragon City is Jaden's character would ask for everyone's hair.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember that. But yeah, no,
Right.
I other than the table, which I agree if it does need worked, I love this. This is a really cool
Yeah,
subclass.
100 That's the issue. Though. It's all really good stuff. It's too good. All right.
And now
Let's
we
go.
have Philosopher,
Philosopher.
which, please, I'm going to warn you right now. This is a big issue, and we'll talk about it when, we'll see when you discover it.
You can set alchemist supplies, your proficiency with it, and you can use it as an arcane focuser, so you can use alchemist supplies instead of the normal tool to craft the magic item. This right here is only important if you have magic item crafting as a mechanic in your game.
Right, which, I know not every table does, but I've heard people can do crazy things, specifically with 2024 crafting.
I mean, we did have... Anyways,
Yeah.
besides the point. You have learned the fundamental process of dissolution. You know the dissolution cantrip, a creature...
Which, let me scroll down to that one.
Yeah. You touch a creature or non-magical object and break the target substance down into its most fundamental components. Make a melee spell attack.
Oh, it's only for wizards.
I mean, this is definitely inspired by Full Metal Alchemist. I can realize that now. On a hit, they take 1d8 force damage, and its AC is reduced by 1 against the next attack.
Yeah, just for one.
Well, maybe before the enemy. Okay, so... This cantrip is only good if you are a what's his name? Lorian.
Blade Singer.
Yeah, this cantrip is only good if you're a blade singer.
Yep. Make mental note of that for the record. What do you think? That spell approved.
The cantrip's fine. The cantrip's fine. It's
Yeah,
like a...
That's what I assumed, but always gotta ask.
It is your bare basic cantrip otherwise.
Yeah, it's nice that it's force damage and -1 AC. That could help on occasion.
But again, only if you're... Because the debuff is dependent on it being an attack on your turn. Again,
Yeah.
only a blade singer's getting any use out of this. I guess blade singer or a fighter multi-class in not 2024. I guess 2024 fighter multi-class can cast the cantrip. Then there are ways around.
Yeah, there are ways. Anyway.
That's the point. A creature object you reduce to 0 hit points with this cantrip is destroyed. If the target was smaller or larger, it dissolves into a measure of crystalline power called quintessence. You can have a maximum amount of quintessence equal to twice your intelligence modifier at one time, and if you create more of the ultimate measure, when you cast a spell, you can spend quintessence to serve as as a spell material up to no.
I had a feeling that part would be a no.
This entire mechanic needs to be no. So Ross,
Yes.
do you know the true value of costly material components, Ross?
I mean,
Especially ones that are consumed?
it's simply for the fact of, hey, like, you cannot, they don't want you to be able to spam this super, super often.
No, Ross, it's way more essential than that. It's way simpler than that.
Oh.
The DM gets to control the supply. If I say, oh, I'm sorry, the mines have been out of commission for the last month, so because of this, no more diamonds are being produced. Then whatever you have is what you have.
Yeah, here, you know what? Because my whole issue is this feature entirely, I'm going to say my issue with it.
Let me finish reading if you have an issue with it. When you describe a spell in your spell, or when you use, you can expend quintessence service. Okay, that one's fine. Reagent's fine. You guys both deals damage. You can expend one quintessence additional material component to change one damage type spell deals to force. That's also fine. It's just the material components that I have.
For me, my whole issue with the subclass as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
So first off,
so you don't have any other features, right?
You know, let's look at all the features and then I'll say.
Yeah. Thank you. All right.
Then we have.
Yeah. You can purify your quintessence to amplify your spells. When you cast a spell using the spell slot, you can expend one quintessence of magic component to increase the level of the spell slot by 1 up to level 9. The maximum quintessence expense ways is how your wisdom. Like, they seem to be acting like quintessence is some seriously much more valuable resource than it is. If the target was small or large, no! It's like, this is literally, as long as you kill anything, you just get quintessence. You're gonna be swimming in this stuff. Okay, and then we got Citrinitus. You can now manipulate quintessence to create. No, you always have the creation of fabricate spell spread. And you can cast each spell once without spell spread. You have the ability to do so when you finish a long rest. When you cast spell using this feature, you can cast a spell as an action rather than its normal cast time. You can also cast the spell normally using a spell slot of the appropriate level. Okay. Additionally, when you cast creation, you spend a number of quinessence up your intelligence modifier to multiply the spell's duration by 1. This is fine.
Yeah, it's cool.
The culmination of your great work can now distill your perfected knowledge, blah blah. When you finish, you can spend 10 quintessence to create a Philosopher's Stone, a translucent red crystal. The stone is a tiny magical with AC 19. All damage set force. If you create a Philosopher's Stone, the first one vanishes. Because it creates the following benefits. Oh, though, by the way, they just wanted to make a Full Metal Alchemist subclass. When you cast a spell, you can spend up to 2 quintessence as an additional material component to increase your spell save for that spell by the same amount. When you fail a save, you can take the reaction to spend 5 quintessence on save instead. I'm like iffy on that one. Stop aging, I don't care. Stone counts as part of your body for the purpose of the scrying spell and for the spells that restore you to life if you die. The stone itself serves as a material component for the spell, if any. And is destroyed when the spell is cast.
So, what are your thoughts on like the whole picture?
All right, let's go one by one.
Yeah.
So first, I'll tell you what I like. 6 is ultimately fine.
Yeah.
They have the proper limitations to prevent it from ever being too broken. 10 is fine.
Yeah, I feel like 10 has a lot of potential with a very creative player.
I'm gonna say 14 is fine, except for sympathy. That just means you're immortal. You can't die. Think about it for a second. The stone itself serves so basically, for the purpose of scrying and spells that restore you to life, this stone counts as part of your body. And serves as the material component for the spell, if any. And is destroyed when the spell is cast. But you can just get 10 quintessence and make more.
Well, you have to. The only way how you can actually make it is during a short or long rest, which is something to take into account in.
So Ross.
But for the most part, for the most part, I'm in agreement with you.
Here, Ross, in generally the D&D party, if someone has to get revivified, you know what I immediately say? All right, guys, let's short rest because the guy's at 1 hit point. He spent hit dice. We're going to most likely, if the DM allows it, short rest right after.
That's fair.
Now, but again, all of that pales in comparison to my major issue, which we've talked about already. This.
Yeah, here's the thing. I like the idea this is going for. Like, here are my overall thoughts. So everything revolves around this quintessence, which, the maximum we can have is 10, so we'd have to spend all of it for that capstone.
Again, like I said, I don't think you're going to struggle to make it.
Here is my big issue with this subclass.
Okay, what is it?
And this touches on multiple things. Quintessence is cool. I like the idea of it. The fact that you can only use this cantrip, which you've already talked about how it would only be good, because keep in mind, it's touch, you have to be like in melee, which that alone is annoying for me. like I feel like limiting it to just this cantrip makes it sort of like it's gonna be hard to want me to use another spell to take out enemies, but also the wording of this ability encourages something which you and I both actually dislike. And you've heard of the bag of rats thing, right?
We've talked about how we handle it. We would not allow it.
Right.
But
The fact
yes,
that
you're
the
100%
fact that
right, I
this
was thinking about
includes
it.
creatures or objects, so it's like we're either gonna have to attempt to kill, which we're a wizard. We're gonna have to attempt to kill with it.
Ross,
You see what I'm
didn't
saying?
even notice that.
You see
That
what I'm saying?
changes everything. Yeah, Ross, I'm gonna be honest. This needs to be reworked for me to be able to allow to use this. Like, this needs to be so heavily reworked that I think I'm instead just going to say banned.
I think we could do a concept of this.
Again, 100%. Again, it's obvious what they want.
It's a,
And ironically, like, if you've seen a bit of Full Metal Alchemist, you'd actually kind of get it. They wanted to play Full Metal Alchemist. And you know what? I can respect that. 100%.
right. My issues are simply
Yeah, no.
the fact that if it allowed me to use damage dealing spells whenever I kill a creature, I can get a quintessence. That would be fine, because then I'm like because the fact that it encourages me to use this cantrip to basically have a subclass,
Yep.
then I would want to just destroy objects as long as it's smaller or larger to be able to farm it. But then I consider that into the realm of bag of rats, where
No, 100%. 100%. Like, everything about... So, again, let me explain. First off...
the alchemical knowledge is
this
fine.
needs to be reworked so insanely that it doesn't even matter. This just needs gone.
As I said, level 6 was fine.
No, sorry. Where is it? Sorry. This just needs gone entirely.
Okay.
This is fine.
Yeah, 6 is fine. 10 is fine. Fun for a
This
creative
is
player.
fine.
And that, for the most part, is
This needs to
fine.
be reworked. This one needs to be reworked, though. A lot of this does. But yes. So, mainly, though, this needs to be reworked.
Yeah. But yeah, no. I mean,
So, here's what I will say. This is our first ban of the book.
yeah. I'm gonna put ban. I'm gonna put banned, but put a note. Oh, we're gonna try to make our own variant of the idea, because the idea is cool.
Next, when we come back from our small break, we're gonna look at whatever bard options they got for us.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna take a break. And yeah. All right, back from our break.
Back looking at bards.
Yep.
All right, this is something I can't do. College of Whistles.
You can't whistle?
Nope.
Didn't know that.
Anyways. Apparently this is about taking these stories and something to their own... in some spirit state. This is just the same flavor as the Spirit Bard. I got a dock point. I've never thought I had dock points for a flavor thing. But... yeah, this is... this is bad.
Yeah.
This is like... let's keep going.
Yep. So handy haunts.
You can call forth Haint. Vagabond creature inspire creature with mark protection with summon the ghostly apparition that just surround the inspired target. Creates a from the target that Haint lasts to 1 minute when you summon a new Haint. Or when you use the react. When you use the reaction, it grants you, or if you have the incapacity condition or die, when you summon a Haint, choose its form. Grump, Satsak. This red-tinged elderly spirit dressed in threadbare rags threatens your foes and harangues your allies to do better. The inspired creature and thousand have advantage on intimidation checks and strength saving throws. In addition, when a creature inside the aura deals damage to you, you can take a reaction to increase the damage dealt to one target by a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die plus your Charisma modifier. I want to remind you, if you use the reaction,
it'll go away.
Goes away.
Which also, you misspoke. You said deals damage to you.
No, I didn't, but I got it. When it deals damage.
Yeah.
I said when it deals damage, you. Side check. The bluish melancholic spirit saps the fur from your foes. The inspired creature and allies within their aura have half cover against ranged attacks. In addition, when a creature inside the aura takes damage, you can take a reaction to reduce the damage taken by an amount equal to your roll of your bardic inspiration die plus your charisma modifier. Scamp. The gold-hued childlike spirits delight and invigorate your allies. When the inspired creature or its allies start a turn to the aura, that creature's intelligence. In addition, when a creature inside the aura fails, you can take a reaction to let the creature re-roll a d20.
These are all fine.
This is very lame. Here's my issue, Ross. Other subclasses get all these for much cheaper.
Yeah, Bardic is pretty expensive. I think my favorite is the Scamp. Just kidding. And this is, in practical sense, a good way to get extra speed to at least 2 allies, maybe 3. It's nice. It's not great, but it's nice to have.
Maybe, but still. Alright, we got more. We have more third level features, so we have something else.
Whistle Wanderer.
You gain the following benefits. When you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical bag, sack, or similar container and turn it into a magical container called a bindle. The container functions as a handy haversacks. If you create anything inside appears not going to close to the thing. Okay, so you can make handy haversacks.
Cool.
You can whistle in space of observers and Okay. Let me take a look at the Bard list to see how good of a feature this is.
I mean, I'm sure Bard has a lot of verbal components for spells.
But the big question is, how many of them are just verbal?
Doesn't it Whispers is definitely just verbal.
Give me a second.
Oh yeah, it's right here. So
here, Ross, to be more clear, my more issue. Okay, so command.
Yeah, command.
Dissonant Whispers, distort values, healing word, silvery barb. So all of these are stuff that can't be countered. I don't know. So I think, again, the value of this is going to depend on the spells you want to use it on.
I'm also going to say it depends on what your DM sends out. Because specifically, observers unfamiliar with this. So like a DM could always just say, a lich, for example, could be familiar.
True. I think what that really means is your allies can. And I think more often than not, I as a DM would allow it through. That being said, I do need to note something. That's a hard DC, which is very unusual for a subclass ability.
Yeah, we've seen the hard set DCs for like racial abilities. We saw a lot of those for the one that had the Shadow Goblin. I forget what it's called.
Let's keep going.
7-3, I think it's okay.
You can whistle to conjure a train?
Yeah, ghosts and trains.
That you and your companion that returns you and your companions to a known destination. When you finish a long rest, you can leave a mark at that location using paint chunk. This is just word of recall, but weird. Not even. I guess it's or a card and some of that, which can be erased to deface. Though they make clear they say flavor is free, but it has to be defaceable.
Yeah, this has to be something that an enemy could destroy.
Thereafter, you can use this feature to cast Teleportation Circle. Using the mark as a when you cast a spell this way, the fan frame and you can't do so until you finish a long rest. You have an other marked locations equal to your charisma modifier at one time. If you mark a location beyond your maximum, one of the previous marks, your choice fades. When you reach a level 9 in this class, you always have teleportation, and you can use... That is...
So, here is something... When I looked at this was the big feature that I was a question mark for. Simply for the fact of... For me, I've never taken a deep dive into how Teleportation Circle works. So I don't know if this is busted or doesn't do much again with it.
I mean, to be perfectly clear, I don't even know why they put Teleportation Circle in here until the level 9 feature. It is irrelevant. Here is what you get. You pick, let's say you have 20 in charisma. You pick 5 spots. And you get to go to those 5 spots once per day. I don't think this is too busted.
Okay.
Because the once a day limit and the fact that you have to pick the 5 spots means, at the end of the day, you're not using it to get anywhere that you can't get.
Okay. Yeah.
Just gonna speed you up.
I wanted a second opinion because like, I looked at it, I'm like, wow, you're getting teleportation because you're getting teleportation circle, or at least one use of it, 3 levels ahead of everyone else. So like that.
See,
that's something
again,
I just didn't know how to judge it.
I think that they worded this wrong. Having this be tied teleportation circle makes it so much more confusing than it is.
Okay.
Using the mark as the destination. So yeah, you can only use the spell in a way. You can use the spell normally once you can normally get the spell.
Right.
You can whistle as a magic action to summon a spectre. I'm gonna be honest. Nothing about the description made me think this is gonna be the train subclass.
So here's what. Now I actually, when I was looking at this, I talked to Eve as in like this is a lenient idea of whistles, but the train part could make sense of like the whistle of the train of who. But that's a loose description.
The name.
Right.
I don't go for I read the description for the flavor, not the name.
Right.
Names are pointless. Like, here's what. Look, actually, what does? Let me pick a random one. What does Berserker Barbarian really tell you?
I mean, of all the barbarians, it's one that's super angry.
Yeah. What does Zealot Barbarian really tell you? You get my point.
Right.
The names mean nothing. When I looked at the flavor, you heard me comment about it. It was like, this is a lot like Spirit Bards.
Yeah, which
nothing about it like the word train. Yeah. Talks about traveling, I guess, but the word train is never brought up.
Yeah, no, it's
Anyways, let's keep going. You can
ride the rails.
You went up to you teleport to non-consistent creatures in the line, so it's a 120 foot long. You took any creature who accompany you appears in the closest. Each creature other creature must see on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or have the definition until the start of your next turn from the line's point of origin and takes an amount of psychic damage equal to 3. Wow, whoa, that's a lot. Level 6 is a D8, as we know. Once you use a feature, you can't do so for so long rest. So, or expend a third level spell slot. Ooh.
So
this is honestly. Here's what I want to say right now.
Yeah.
The wording is horrible.
Yeah.
I get what they were trying to do, but I feel like the wording and the flavor are just at odds. Because what the flavor says is you're all going on the train and going, we're over here now. What the mechanics are, oh, a train passed. We're over here now.
Yeah, I
feel like how I would have worded it personally is you can move 120 feet without provoking attacks of opportunity. And all allies move with you. Just small. It's a small thing.
I also have a question mechanically, specifically about the 10-foot away part. So
10 foot wide?
Yeah, no. The 10-foot straight away from the point of origin, like that part. So is that like where you initially use his ability, like 10 feet from that spot?
They say in that section, it's everywhere on the 120-foot long line.
No. Down below, where it says the deafened and whatnot.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Each other creature in the line must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or have the death condition until the start of your next turn. They also must be pushed up to 10 feet away, straight away from the line's point of origin. This means this is because the line is a physical thing. This is just their mechanics way of saying they get pushed away from the train.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, last stop, because this is the train subclass.
Yeah, and
Goes to shoulder whistles now draw living close to as a match actually blow whistle is audible up to blow blah creature choice like you can see within range. Must be on creature against your spells or be cursed. What was there another? Okay, no. Or be cursed. It has the front user towards the source of that damage. Till the end of its next turn, the first time a cursed target takes the psychic damage, it has vulnerability to psychic damage. The target repeats the saving throw at the end of each turns. Wow, this is convoluted! And the effect also, after 1 minute, it exceeds automatically. Once you use the feature, you can't use it again until you finish or spend a 7+ to restore use of it.
So here's what I'm gonna be honest with.
That's interesting. Ross, if you're about to tell me this feature is bad, we're gonna have to disagree.
It's the 7th level spell slot I don't like about it.
Oh, well, no. I'm gonna be honest, Ross. This is the first subclass I have seen in a while, let alone this book, that gets a perfect mark from me.
Can I say why my point of view about the capstone isn't as good?
All right, go for it.
So first off, so this only works if you're somehow you or your allies are able to deal psychic damage, which more than likely I know a bunch of classes have options.
Ross. You can deal psychic damage.
Well, here's the thing. So that costs an action. This next ability also costs an action. So like there's a chance that before we even get our next chance to have a turn, all the enemies that, let's say, with confidence, 3 of them fail. There's a chance that they.
I get what you're saying, but I have a counterpoint. If dealing psychic damage in a timely fashion is not in your cards, which I can point out, there are so many ways to deal psychic damage that's unlikely, you just wouldn't use this ability. This is a case of it being situational when it's not good. It would take a very specific party comp. But carry on.
Well, I mean, I guess. I also am not a big fan of, like, only the first time it has psychic vulnerability, which, don't get me wrong, there are some high-level psychic damage dealing spells that could do wonders with this. If you're, like, playing late game D&D, where you have Psionic Scream, oh boy, that could be powerful.
Ross, I'm going to inform you something right now. If this did not have that stipulation, as a DM, I would add it.
Well, that's what I was going to...
remember, Ross, we are only 14th level. I know that we always like to look at captions as the end-all, be-all, and I love doing that. But at the end of the day, this is only 14th level. We're not supposed to be unstoppable gods just yet.
I mean, that's true. I mean, the big part of it is the fact that, like, I don't know. It's just something about this feature doesn't quite jive with me.
How about, Ross, I go over why I love this feature point by point.
Okay.
And then we can, like, leave it there. The ghostly shrill of your whistle now draws the living closer to the world of the dead, blah, blah, blah. A range of 300 feet means that you can start the fight. You can start the fight with this. But that's not all. 6 creatures. Odds are, most often than not, unless it's a really big battle, this is the fight. Is your party and 6 creatures.
Right, more than likely. Although I do want to say this. Sometimes you won't be able to exactly start the fight with this, because even though it's audible at 300 feet, you have to still be within line of sight.
Yes. But again, we're getting to situational stuff. So a charisma saving throw, which, as you know, Ross...
Pretty good saves the target.
Yeah. Not a lot of enemies hit this.
Right, yeah, no, it's, dragons are a big charisma one. I'm sure there's others, but, like, the big notable one is dragons.
Yeah, but the point is, not a lot of enemies hit this.
Right.
And now this right here is actually what makes this great. The damage vulnerability is a bonus.
Yeah, as long as they
When they're
take
cursed,
psychic damage, it gets a
they
fine
are the.
condition.
So do you know what this means? Do you know what this means that you get to do? You know that squishy wizard? All he has to do is cast Mind Sliver, and at very least a melee enemy can't touch him.
I mean, there's a good
So,
chance. Yeah.
Have him concentrate on a major spell. Just do a hint of psychic damage. Boom. He is safer than ever. The vulnerability, for honest, is great. Here, you know what, Ross? Here. Let's do some math, okay? We are 14th level. What is our highest level spell slots?
Well, that would be 7th, I think.
Alright. So 7th level. Let's find what is the 7th level.
Yeah, 7th, because
Psychic
next level would be
damage
8th
spell.
level.
Is there a 7th level psychic damage spell? There might not be.
Isn't Psychic
what
Scream
are-
7th level?
No, that's 9th level. What about
Is it?
Prismatic Spray?
Does that do psychic damage?
I'm not sure. Doesn't
Let's
it do a
look at
bunch
it.
of damage?
Smart
Cold
Picks.
poison, acid.
But you have to roll a dice? But
No, it's not on this list. My bad.
Yeah. So it looks like, so let's go down to 6th level then.
Yeah, 6th level.
Which for the record is still fine. Just keep in mind that we can be 7th level. Conjure Vacancy, create Mongols. We just gotta find... There is good
Something.
psychic damage, I just don't know where it is. Harm, I believe, is necrotic. Mental Prison, I believe, is psychic.
5 to 10.
5d10 psychic damage. Does it upcast? It does not.
Yeah, it does not upcast.
Okay, so on a failed save, they take 5 to 10. And if they move, they take 10d10. So there are 2 angles you can play this Mental Prison. Mental Prison is actually really good because there are 2 angles you can play it. Okay? Either your wizard casts this, they take the regular 5d10, which is already
A decent chunk.
slash R. Wait, no. Roll 5d10.
Slash R,
Which is going to be
5d10,
29. And then you cast the spell, they fail the save, they take 10d10.
Which in
66, double it. That's 120 damage with very little effort.
that's fair.
No. This is great. This is a great support
Yeah, no,
thing.
Yeah, imagine you do this ability, and then
Mm-hmm.
again, this is late game D&D, but your wizard casts Psionic Scream. Psionic Scream is 14d6.
You're also
Let me-
saying the spell wrong, but that's beside the point.
It's
Psychic
fine.
Scream.
14d6. Let's give it a good roll.
Yeah,
Still,
it could have been better.
still
But on
you get my
multiple
point.
creatures.
You get my
Okay.
point. This is actually, I think, this is a solid capstone, which we've never seen. So, like I said, I'll be honest. For the first time since we've started this, really, especially this book, I guess if I have anything, I think these are a little lame, but they're also not all you get.
Right, it's not all you get. They're okay for what they are.
They are a bonus to Bardic Inspirations that make them just a little bit more They make you want to handle them out more.
Yeah.
With that in mind, yeah, no notes.
Approved.
Good job. All right, yeah.
Finally
no.
one that's
And
not
And let's
shit.
get the wheel up.
Right. There's not a lot left to look at. We just got.
We got 2 warlocks, a sorcerer, and a rogue. And we look
Why don't we take a look at the sorcerer next time?
sorcerer. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna be back from our break. All right, we're back, and we're talking about the sorcerer. And now, please,
We're looking
I-
at Crimson Sorcery.
now I actually right off the bat have an issue.
Ross has a bone to pick.
All
with
right.
this.
Before we pick any bones, let me actually read it.
Well,
So
actually,
you hold.
my
That's-
issue involves
it's
the
actually
name.
Even the name.
Oh, what's the issue?
So Crimson Sorcery, which first off, a little minus
It's
point
blood
because
magic. It's
right.
blood magic.
right on D&D Beyond. Now, if you look at 2024 Sorcerer on the subclass list, It is called Crimson Sorcery for 2024. However, if you open up the 2014 Sorcerer to pick up the subclass, it's called Crimson Dynasty.
That is interesting.
The features are the exact same. I just have a nitpick, and the other one sounds better. Anyway.
That is besides the point.
Yeah, that's
I think I prefer Dynasty.
I prefer Dynasty too. I agree.
Anyway.
too.
You hold a reserve of vital energy called your Blood Well, which you can use to empower your magic and other powers from the subclass. When you deal damage or restore hit points to a creature, you can expend your Blood Well to add 1d8 to the total for... Ooh, you regain your expended Blood Well when you finish a long rest or when your creature takes 10 or more necrotic damage for you at one time. This is Ross. This is actually really cool.
Yeah. No. This is a really cool feature.
Really cool. That is such a really cool third. So basically, what that means is, and you know what? That's actually self-balancing. Because let's say, just as an example, you give yourself a cantrip like, I don't know, Toll the Dead or Chill Touch.
Sorcerers don't get Toll the Dead, but they do get Chill Touch. I actually looked at this.
Yes, but there are ways to fix that.
Right.
We've discussed. They don't say with a sorcerer spell, so we're good.
Yep, that's true.
But my point is, this is self-balancing with those cantrips. Because, as you know, cantrips scale as you level up.
Yeah.
So that means early on, you're, like, I'll be honest, what's Chill Touch?
A D10.
So Chill Touch is 1 in 10 times Chill Touch is going to give you your thing back early on. But as you get later and later, and it upgrades the dice, more and more consistently, you're going to get your feature back. This is really, really cool.
Yeah. The only thing I have a question about it, and I feel like it's up to interpretation.
How many do you have?
Well, not even just that, because I think it's just one.
It's one, at least for now, it's one. I don't know if it upgrades later, but for now it is one.
But also, can you use this to... Well, let's take the Chill Touch angle. If we add this to the damage of Chill Touch, and that damage, because it's necrotic damage, ends up being more than 10, does it recharge it or no? Because it says when you damage, like when would that trigger?
Give me a second. When you deal damage, you can spend your... you are correct. You could. Here's what I will say. I don't think that's overpowered. I don't think that breaks...
Oh, no, it's not overpowered. It's just a question that, I feel like needs to be addressed.
Yeah, you definitely can, though. You definitely could use it to regain itself, which is perfectly fine to do.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, even then, the odds aren't great.
Oh, yeah, no. Eve and I did actually some math about it at late levels for cantrip stuff. And for Chill Touch, I think we ended up getting... Oh, so, my bad. It's not a D10. It's a D8. I remember now. It was a D8. It's about roughly 25% chance of us not getting it back.
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah. And then we have our Crimson Sorcerer spells.
Oh, my... That is a lot of new spells.
Well, actually, we've already covered Field of Reaping, so we don't need to worry about that one.
Blood Bolt.
We have not covered this one.
Blood Bolt's fun.
Blood Bolt.
I like Blood Bolt, personally.
It is a cantrip.
Yep.
It does necrotic damage.
Yeah, which this cantrip is also already on the Sorcerer spell list. So they just give you it for free. Yep.
And, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna pick Chill Touch over it, but it is cool that you get a small amount of, it's a very small amount of temp. I guess I could save you in a thing.
Yeah, small amount of temp HP and a little bit of damage.
It's fine. Yeah, that's all I've got is fine.
So it sounds like that's just a straight up approved, which, fair enough.
Yeah. Blood Sacrifice. This is a second level spell. Costs a bonus action. A drop of your own blood. Also does necrotic damage. Your sacrifice portion of your life force chance magical power. When you cast a spell, you take 1d6 for the duration. When you cast a spell that deals damage, one target of the player takes an extra 1d6 damage of the same type of the spells. Okay, so this is basically an amplifier.
Yeah, you use this on yourself, and then the next damage you deal with a spell deals extra d6s equal to how many d6s you took.
It's not the next. It's every.
Oh, is it every for the duration? Oh, you're right. For the
one target of the spell.
When you cast it... Okay. Ooh.
So say that as an spell's normal damage type, your choice if there are multiple. The damage you take and the extra damage you deal both. I guess this is fine. I think I'm going to say this is fine. You're spending a second level to boost your spells, which I think is okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Crimson Harvest I know we've looked at.
Approved.
Did we look? I'm not crazy. We looked at Crimson Harvest, right?
Which one? Oh, Crimson Harvest.
Harvest.
Oh,
Double check for my own sanity, please.
We have not looked at Crimson Harvest.
Alright, it is a 3rd level action, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. A wave of blood, each creature of your choice must make a dexterity taking 3d10 necrotic damage on a failed save or happen on a successful one. If you damage at least one small or large creature, one creature of your choice that you can see within it regains a number of hit points. So it both heals and does damage. Interesting enough, you could add your effect to either of those things.
You could, yes.
Then we got Sacrificial Siphon.
I'm assuming approved.
Yeah, approved. It's fine.
Yeah.
You touch another creature. It's 4th level. Blah blah blah. It is concentration. You touch another creature, then the drains the target. The target must make a charisma save on a failed save. The target is cursed for the duration. When it cursed, the target must subtract 1d4 from its attack rolls and ability checks. And when the target takes damage, you can take a reaction to gain 10 temporary hit points on a successful save. On a successful save, you gain 5, and the target must subtract 1d4 from... So even on a successful... I mean, I guess, but ability checks aren't going to happen. I guess it's
kind
fine.
Of a suck situation.
It is fine. Just weird, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's one of the
All
few effects that is suck or suck worse.
Let's keep going. As a bonus action, you spend your blood to damage zones to magically dissolve along with everything you're wearing or carrying. The transition ends early if you blow your pool of blood. You use your games with your speed becomes 10. You get a climb speed of 10. Blah blah blah. You get resistance. You have medium prone. You have advantage on. You can pass through small. You can enter. You can't drop. Use other than direct with anything you were carrying or holding. You can't talk. Basically, a weird form of gaseous form, honestly.
Yeah, no.
That's exactly what Ross said.
Yeah, no. I was reading all that, like, wow, that sounds like a lot. As soon as I see the last line, I'm like, yeah, wait a minute. This is just gaseous form.
And we have resistance to necrotic damage. In addition, when you finish a short rest, you can expend your blood well to reduce your exhaustion level, if any, by 1.
Cool.
So in other words, I guess you could just save your blood wells for this if this is a worry, but I guess it might not be. I think this is fine.
Right.
You can feed your own life essence to fill your magic. As long as actually spend a hit point, hit die, and choose one of the following benefits.
So you could use a hit die to get a blood well, or
expand your blood well to make the next meta action option you use this turn cost
0
no sorcery points.
Mm-hmm.
This is your worry, Ross. We'll get back to this because I don't think it's as bad as you think it is.
What? No. No, my only issue, honestly, the only issue was the name. No, I love this. It's a really high cost.
It's just the name?
Yeah, it's just the name that I had worried. It's just confusing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm still going to get back to this because I can see concern of this, but I don't think it's there. So
right, no,
I'm still coming back to this. Let me keep going.
And then the final ability.
Your hunger, vital essence is equal to as a magic action. You can unleash turtles of blood. Creatures can take 5d8 on a self. If your blood well is already spent when you use this action, the target has a disadvantage on the same though. If at least that's interesting. If at least one creature takes damage, you're in a number of hit points. Is this all? No, separate sentence. Okay. Once you can't take for a long rest unless you spend 5 sorts of points. Nice. If you're playing a character from a species that lacks blood, you can still use the essence of the crimson sorcery is blah 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 blah. They're just saying, hey, if you don't have blood, that's fine.
Yeah, if we're a Warforged, I think a lot of the creatures in this book don't have blood.
Doesn't matter. All right. So again, the capstone's a little disappointing, though I do think that's a cool detail there, where it's like, if you want to have expended your thing before you use it.
Right.
Anyways, let's come back to this, because Crimson Pulse, I can see worry, but you are spending both a hit dice
and the
your
blood well
to do this.
Yep.
So I think it's basically converting hit dice, which can potentially heal you, into sorcery points. I think that's fine.
Yep, and yeah, no, I was telling Eve, how do like a twin
crazy.
Dominate monster for free, or not free?
I will say,
but
how is it that we ended up with the absolute best stuff in this book for last?
Yeah, no.
All right.
I personally really enjoyed that sorcerer.
I'm gonna give it one more spin.
Let's see, and
I I think it's gonna be rogue. I think it's gonna.
No,
wait,
it's stopping
no,
at warlocks,
Not taking
which
not
there are
taking
two.
over.
No,
All right.
that's definitely our warlock.
All right. So we'll look at the warlocks next time. For now,
Yep.
I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yep,
And
we'll take a
everyone else,
little.
we're on a break.
We're gonna go on a little break. Yeah, break time.
Yep.
All right, we are back.
And we're covering warlocks.
All right, so we start with the Great Fool patron. Which, here's the thing. I tried to make this. I never did.
But you toyed around with a.
I toyed around with an idea because it made sense to me, but never went anywhere.
Right. Now
Alright.
can I please bring up something because it actually relates immediately. Because when I looked at these.
Is it the spell list?
Yes, actually. Because
What's up?
so basically, these were originally made for 2024.
Yeah.
And one of the spells in there is Vicious Mockery.
Yep.
So, this was totally not intentional. But because they threw the addition of Vicious Mockery on for this Warlock, which we are going to get a feature which uses Vicious Mockery.
We'll get to that.
Right, we'll get to that. But basically, if you transfer this over to 2014, you don't automatically get Vicious Mockery. You have to go out of your way to pick it as one of your cantrips. Because of that's how Warlock works for 2014.
Except you could just have the warlock work the other way. Nothing is stopping you.
Right, yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. That part
Alright.
was probably not intentional. But also,
Anyways,
I think
Puppet
anyway.
Master.
Yeah, new spell.
New spell. 4th level, concentration minute, material moment I don't care about. One creature you can see with the range of wisdom save or have the charm creature for the duration. Magical marionette strings attached to the charm creature's limbs or bodies, and it must use its action on its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose, moving to reach the target if necessary. The target can act normally on its turn if you don't choose another creature, or if the creature isn't within the target's reach, and if it moves the target. That's interesting. The target repeats the save at the end of each turn.
Also, I just realized I had OBS on the wrong screen, but it's fine.
All right, this one is easy. This one is super easy. What level is this?
That is
Second.
second.
Because it's literally just a spell.
Is it really
Well,
just
yeah, it
copy
is.
and paste from this spell?
The target can't
Just-
act normally.
Just not a crown.
Yeah, the only difference, Ross, is Puppet Master will move them.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
I guess that makes it
that-
a pinch better. Although for fourth, is them moving to make the attack?
worth 2 spell levels. I am
I don't
going to say no. So I'm going to give this one approve without thought.
Yeah.
Alright, let's keep going on to the actual subclass itself. You see the humor and everything, especially when a creature you can see continue takes damage from fails, so you can take a reaction to cast Vicious Mockery on that creature. You can use the reaction number of times equal to your constitution. You regain expend use when you finish a short rest, and you regain all expend use when you finish a long rest. I will note, even if you go by the rules that we're making up, where you don't get it, this still lets you cast it, even if it's on your list.
Okay.
So this would,
Yeah. The reason why I find it funny is like normally for stuff like this they would include like, oh, you get to be able to cast this.
honestly, with Vicious Mockery, I don't think it's worth it putting a limit on using this feature.
Yeah, it's also all we get at level. This would be sure.
Well,
This would be
let's
level
keep-
1 in 2014, but
But
still.
let's keep going.
Gestures japes.
As an action, you target a creature you can see them before more and it shows over on the falling. You strain, give them blinded. The creature's feet or it has. The creature emits sounds such as honks, chimes, or squeaks that are audible at 100 feet away. Invisible condition. Any weapons or arms strike the creature attacks with, including natural weapons such as fangs and claws, take on a comic. Will occur, lasts for 1 minute. The creature repeats the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, and the curse says. You can't see so. There's nothing special about this. This is a problem we've talked about before. There's nothing special about this class once you use up your features here.
Right, yeah, and I'll be just straight up with you.
Mm-hmm.
the only ability I like for this subclass is the capstone, and even then,
Alright, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
mocking Banta.
Become banned when being roasted. When a creature damages you, you can take a reaction to force the creature to make one thing against your spell save on a sale. Say the creature takes second damage equals the triggering damage you took, or half as much damage on a successful one. This is.
Yeah, it's fine, but
But again,
that-
such a hard limit.
yeah, that's the best way to describe this subclass. Everything is so limited.
It's like great 5
Five
at most,
vicious
5
mockery.
vicious mockeries and one of everything else.
Heck, I wouldn't be mad if they
Alright.
improved on vicious mockery at the subclass, but no.
But let's keep going. You call one of the following foes. As you can summon 3 ghostly fools. The fools are transcendent and they resemble clown jesters and similar entertainers. These hit the target takes. You can use your action turns to repeat the attacks. You like this capstone?
I think it's fun.
Ross, this capstone sucks.
I mean, I didn't say it was good.
It's
I
not
said I
even
liked
fun
it.
though. It's so lame. It is. Your capstone is a once per day summon that you'll get for 1 fight that you have to use your action to maintain to do a pitiful amount of to do 2d10 psychic damage, which by the way, by level 14, a vicious mockery or an eldritch blast.
Well, I was gonna say this is
You'll cover.
for each one. It'll do 2d10 because you make 3 attacks.
Make up to 3 melee explosives. I still maintain.
Still,
I
yeah,
still maintain.
yeah, no, this is still a bad subclass.
But yeah, it's a bad capstone feature. There is nothing redeeming in this subclass. Which,
Yeah.
you know what? Makes us a quick look at it, honestly.
Yeah, no, the clown. I'm sorry, but the clown I think they clowned around when they were making the
Let's
details on
move
the
on.
subclass quite literally.
Alright, we also have the
Yes.
Horned King.
The Horned King.
This would potentially have a lot of crossover with Fiend, flavor-wise. Let's keep a look.
Oh, I guess.
No new spells.
I guess I never included the second warlock when I was making this document. Give me a moment. Like, you said it's called the Great Horn King.
It's just Horned King.
Oh, just Horn King. Okay.
Horned King Patron.
Okay.
Alright.
I got it. I don't know why it wasn't on the
Okay,
document.
when you finish a long rest, you can view magic or magical tiny object you're holding. Choose one of your prepared warlock spells that has a casting time of an action. A creature holding the marked object can take a magic action to cast the spell using your so the mark fades when the spell is cast or when you finish a long rest. So basically, you get 1 extra casting of a spell a day. That's kind of lame, but we get more.
Yeah, we get more.
You can curse a creature. You can see within the alternative when a creature within range targets you with an attack, roll, or a spell. You can take a reaction to curse the creature with your choice of one of the curses. You can use this number of features equally charisma modifier. The target has a disadvantage on its next attack roll. The target has a disadvantage on its next intelligence. Saving throw. The target takes damage. It takes an extra 1d10. It can't regain. Yeah, these are lame.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
When you use medication, you can now cast Bestow Curse once without spell feature, and the regain as the action or reaction of that feature, and you regain the ability to cast it that way when you finish a long rest. Target's gonna. It's a lot of the same problem.
Yeah, here's the thing.
Throw against spell, choose one of the medications. Then level 10.
Yep.
A bonus action. I will let you talk in a second. I just want to get through this.
Okay.
For the duration, a visible mark appears on you. Blah, blah, blah. And you gain the benefits listed below. Once you use one action, you can't use for a long rest unless you expend it. Yay! This might be better. This might be better because that means that you can use this at least.
Yeah, we could
little more
use this
frequently?
more frequently. Yes.
Once each time when you damage a creature takes an extra d8. You rated Aura of Power. When you activate this feature at the start of each return, you can choose a creature. You can see the other target wants to see on the following effects. They are Charmed, disadvantage on checks, Frightened. This is a little better, but how long does this last?
A minute.
1 minute. Oh, a minute. Okay.
Yeah, so a decent. Okay-ish time.
But that's 10 levels for a feature that's actually reliable.
Yeah.
Alright. You perform a 1 hour which can be done during a rest, performing a bond with up to. During which you can end the bond in number of creatures, and the bond ends when you die. The bond grants the following benefits. Choose one of the curses from your. The bond creatures can now each use their reaction. And they're able to so when they to do one of your curses. Okay. As long as actions, if you and the target are on the same plane, you manage to teleport to the nearest space. This is actually cool.
Yeah, no. And what's weird is
But again, it's so limited.
Here's the thing, though.
While your current is active the first time a blind creature damages another creature during its turn, the target takes an extra. That's actually fine.
Yeah, no. I actually, strangely enough, I really like the idea of of this type of ability where I wonder if a warlock that like has a lot of abilities that are passive like this, where like you do a ritual and your allies and yourself gain these benefits. For some reason, I feel like that sounds like a really cool like support-esque character.
But we're hitting the same issue that we'd hit in the past. Both of these warlock subclasses hit the same issue. First off, 14 levels to get a defining feature is insane.
Yeah.
Second off, and this is the much more significant thing, everything else is just so limited. Again, I have said this before, and I will say it till I am blue in the face. Here, I'm going to take, for no particular reason, Spores Druid as an example.
All right.
We're gonna look at the Spores Druid. Spores Druid has a bunch of stuff that you can only use every once in a while, like Symbiotic Entity is tied to your Wild Shapes.
Yep. Fungal Infestation is tied to your Wisdom. It's also not great, yes. But either way.
Yeah. But spreading spores isn't tied to anything technically, but tied to your fungal. But Halo of Spores here means that even the worst of it, the subclass is giving you something you can use always.
Right.
You just need something. You can tie a number to everything else, but as long as one thing is like, here, you can play with this forever, I'm happy.
Right, and honestly, that's something I would like to see, because here's the thing. I like ideas that they played around with. I'm not a big fan of Witchmark. Honestly, if I were to do a remake of a rework of this, I feel like Witchmark would actually be something that I would take out. Because I feel like it doesn't.
Why don't we? Yeah.
So yeah, I would take that out. I would play more with the idea of these like quick curses. I also don't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I also don't like the fact that for these curses that we do for level 3, they're all fine. My only issue is I don't like the fact that we can never take advantage of any of these. Like because it only lasts for 6 seconds.
True. Anyways, what class will we talk about next?
I wonder
what it is.
It's Rogue. So join us here next time for Rogue. By next time I mean in 5 seconds.
Yep.
One Mississippi.